In this figure, we are required to find the area of the shaded region. So we have two circles that are equal, that are joined at this point together, and they both have radius of 1. So meaning the diameter of each of the circles is 2, okay? And they are subtended by a line from the diameter of one circle to the circumference of the other circle, and also diameter of this circle to circumference of this circle, forming this triangle for which they need us to find the area. So, solution, let's start by labeling our points. Let this be point A, let this be point B, let this be point C, and this here where they meet, let it be point D. Now let the center of this one be P, and let the center of this one be Q. Also, this point of tangency, let it be T, and this point of tangency, let it be R. So let's start with the solution. What we're going to first do is we're going to connect point R to the center Q. Okay, just like this. Okay, now we know that from a tangent to circle theorem, the angle between a tangent and a radius is 90 degrees. So this angle between the tangent and the radius is 90 degrees. So now putting our focus on triangle ARQ. Triangle ARQ. So if we are to draw it, we know it's a right triangle. This is R, this is Q, and this is A. Now RQ is the radius of the circle, which was given to us as 1. So this is 1. Then AQ, this is radius 1, this is 1, this is 1. So it's 1 plus 1 plus 1, which is 3. So AQ is 3. So now our task is to find AR. So using Pythagoras theorem, a squared plus b squared is equals to c squared. And our a squared is 1, so 1 squared plus our b is AR, so AR squared is equals to our c, which is AQ, which is 3 squared. So we make AR the subject, so we shall say AR squared is equals to 3 squared minus 1 squared. So AR squared will be equals to 3 squared is 9 minus 1 squared is 1. AR squared will be equals to 9 minus 1 is 8. So we find the square root on both sides. This cancels with the square root, and therefore AR will be equals to, now 8 is the same as 4 times 2. Okay, so AR will be equals to square root of 4 is 2, square root of 2 is just root 2. Therefore, AR is 2 root 2. This one here is 2 root 2. Next step, let us draw a vertical line through these two circles. Okay, just like this. As you can see, this line is perpendicular to the diameter of the circle. So this here is 90 degrees because it's a tangent, and we know that radius to tangent or diameter to tangent of a circle, the angle between the radius and the tangent is 90 degrees. Now in triangle ARQ, if this angle is 90 degrees, let's say this one here is alpha and this one is beta. If this is 90, that implies that alpha and beta are complementary angles because they add up to 90 degrees. Now if we are to shift our focus to triangle ADC, this one here, okay, we can see that this is 90 degrees and this angle is alpha. So that implies that this angle here will be beta because the complement of alpha is beta, as we've established before. Because if this is 90, this and this have to be equal to 90 as well, and We already know that this is alpha, so and the complement of alpha is beta, as we had already established. So this implies that we can confidently say that triangle ARQ is similar to triangle ADC. Okay, because of angle theorem. They have the same corresponding interior angles. So if that is the case, then we can use proportions to solve. So we can say RQ over AR will be equals to DC over AD, okay? Using proportions. We already know RQ is the radius, which is 1 over AR, we found it as 2 root 2. This is equals to DC, which we do not have, over AD, which is the diameter of the circle, which is 2. So we multiply both sides by 2. So this 2 cancels, and also this 2 cancels with this 2. So we have 1 over root 2 being equals to DC. Okay? So that implies that DC is equals to 1 over root 2. Okay? Now DC is the height of the shaded triangle for which they want us to find the area. Okay? Hope you realize that. It's the height. So now that we found the height and we have the base, which is the sum of the 2 diameters, now we can find the area of the shaded triangle. So area of shaded triangle, area is equals to a half times base times height. So area will be equals to a half times the base is sum of the 2 diameters, which is 4, times the height, which is found as 1 over root 2. Okay, so 2 goes into 4 2 times. Therefore, area is equals to 1 times 2 times 1 over root 2. And so area is equals to 2 over root 2. So since this is a radical, we need to rationalize the denominator. So we shall multiply both the numerator and denominator by root 2. Okay, so this will be equals to 2 root 2 over root 2 times root 2, which gives us just 2. Okay, and this 2 cancels with this 2. So this will be equals to root 2. Therefore, area of the shaded region is equals to root 2 square units. So that's the answer for the area of the shaded region. Hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have, kindly hit the like button. Also, if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, kindly do so. It's completely free of charge. Those who have alternative approaches to this exact question, you can list them down in the comment section below. We shall be grateful. Thank you so much. Let's meet in the next video.